Alright guys, this is episode 1, part 2 of Trilliam's Twisted Vlogcast. And so the last thing I was going to talk about was this concert I went to, as I said at the tail end of the last video. I went to the Machine Gun Kelly concert, Tickets to My Downfall tour in Charlotte. And this was a longer story and I wanted to talk about it more. So I decided to make it a separate video because I'm lazy like that. So, basically, my boy down here visiting, and we learned that there's not going to be any alcohol at the concert. So we were like, that's crazy. This is a punk show and they're not going to be serving alcohol. So I spent way too much money on alcohol at the hotel we got before the show. We got to the show and they were selling alcohol. So then I spent way more money on alcohol at the show. I robbed myself, essentially speaking, but it was for a good cause. So on the bill was Machine Gun Kelly, obviously, Jaden, who is a really good artist, Kenny Hoopla, and this girl named Carol's Daughter. So I listened to Carol's Daughter. I checked her music out a few weeks before the concert because I'd still never heard any of it. Was not for me, was not a fan. So she was actually performing as we were getting into the venue because we were running a little bit late. So missed her set, didn't really care. I figured out that Kenny Hoopla's not there, which I learned the next day he had withdrawn from the tour. Did not know about that. So that was a little bit disappointing, but whatever. We're getting drinks, and Jaden comes on. So we went down there, tried to find our seats. It's dark as fuck. And this one person that was working the venue, this old guy, he had no idea what was going on. He was completely useless. So we pretty much just rushed, like, as close as we could get to Jaden's set and watched the whole thing from there because the venue wasn't packed out yet. There were still people that hadn't gotten there yet. So Jaden put on a great show, performed probably about 6 songs, I want to say, off of his debut album, Tell Me About Tomorrow. If you guys haven't heard that and you're into pop punk, check it out. And, Travis Barker produced the whole thing, signed Jaden to his label, DTA. My personal favorite album of the year, I'm going to say. I don't see anything else topping it in the month to come. So Jaden was great, very, very interactive with the crowd, very energetic, sounded better than I thought he would. So that was awesome. And then Kells came on. And by the time Kells came on, that place was packed out. It was a sold-out show. So his performance was so theatrical. He entered the venue from... He rose out of a pill bottle. Like, it was crazy. And he did every song off Tickets to My Downfall except for Play This When I'm Gone, which I found kind of interesting. He did Paper Cuts, Love Race, a few old songs, a few quarantine cuts like Smoke and Drive, his remix of What's Poppin'. So his set was phenomenal. Phenomenal. He came out there with a bottle of Hennessy, I think it was, and or some kind of shit. And he was still performing. Lit up a blunt at one point. He ran into the crowd. He jumped in the crowd. I actually touched him. He got close enough that whenever he ran by, I just fucking grabbed him real quick. He ran around the whole Drink Nothing Inside. He hopped out and literally ran around the whole venue, like real quick in a lap while he was performing the song. So it was a great show. I plan on going to see him on his next tour, Born with Horns, whenever that album and that tour happens. It was phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So this is really just a promo for Tickets to My Downfall and Tell Me About Tomorrow. MGK, Jaden, Travis Barker, I'm waiting for my check. So, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Very, very cool night. It's going to be hard to see myself being at a concert that was more hype for me personally than that one. MGK and Jaden crushed it. I actually did this instead of going to a Panthers game this year. And considering how the Panthers are playing right now, I don't regret it at all. So, anybody has any questions or anything about the concert, or you guys want to talk about the music, hit me in the comments or on social media. I'm going to put that in the descriptions. It was amazing. There's really, I'm getting lazy with these videos. So again, if anybody wants to talk about it, just hit me up. I'll give you the full scoop. I don't have a lot of videos or pictures to share because I was very in the moment. I'm still hoarse from the concert. That's why my voice sounds the way it does. It's still not fully back, and it's been 2 weeks. So thank you guys very much. Stay twisted and be safe. Have a good night.